Hello everyone, your voice here. Welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature an inflorescence or flower bloom coming from the Sansevieria hybrid named Evangeline, and this is one of attorney Pepito Mercado's hybrid. Luckily, I was able to capture the first or early stages of inflorescence wherein on this picture, you would see that it looks like a pincer-like form. And then as the days goes by, the bud skin would be left on the bottom portion of the growth of the bud, like what I am showing you right now in this picture. One of or two of the bud skins have already been left out on the bottom portion of the flower stalk or the peduncle. And this picture right now, the bud skin has been forced open, and what you see on the topmost portion are already the flower bracts. You wouldn't see the flower tubes at the moment, but in a couple more pictures, you would see the flower tubes emerge from the flower bracts. Right now, what I'm focusing on is the flower stalk, and you would see the pattern. There are lines on it. Those lines are distinctively different from each of Pepito Mercado's kirkii hybrids or hybrids that have kirkii lineage on them. So again, I'm showing you the flower stalk wherein you would see those two lines that are brownish in color or copperish in color. On a nena, that would be dark green. On the other Pepito kirkii hybrids, those would be lighter green coloration, but right now it's brownish. The line is very distinctive to this hybrid alone. And on this picture, the flower tubes are already very evident and they have emerged from the flower bracts. So in a couple more pictures, they will continue to grow in length, and after they reach a certain length, they would prepare themselves to open up. By the way, the color of the flower tubes for Evangeline is also distinct to the hybrid itself. The flower tube is pinkish in color, then on the topmost portion, it's greenish for the flower tube. So it's been a couple of days. It will take a couple more days for the flower tubes to reach maximum height before they open up. I think this picture right here is already showing maximum height, like I said, and then those that have reached the specified amount of length, they will prepare themselves to open up. And like what I'm showing you right now, this is probably the second day and the third day of the flowers already blooming. So this is already the blooming phase because we have already passed the budding stage for the transformation of the inflorescence. So what's next for us to do is have another clip, or I will be including another clip wherein I'll be discussing the pattern or the characteristics of Evangeline, and then we will take records of the inflorescence itself. So please stay tuned as we move on to the next part, and we will discuss further about the Sansevieria hybrid known as Evangeline. Alright folks, so this is the other specimen of my Sansevieria hybrid, which is named Evangeline by attorney Pepito Mercado. This is the one that has not bloomed yet, after which I'll show you the one that has bloomed because I have two pairs of it with the same pot. This is a deep pot that I have placed it with, so this is how large Sansevieria Evangeline is. And again, this is one of the hybrids of attorney Pepito Mercado, and I'm just showing you the specimen for the sake of discussing the characteristics before we move on and discuss the inflorescence of this particular hybrid, which was bred by Pepito Mercado. So this is like I mentioned, one of my specimens. This is the first plant that I planted on the spot, then this is one of the offsets. There are actually two plants on the spot, so I'm going to set the camera steady so we can discuss more about this particular Sansevieria hybrid. So first off, we will be checking the leaf surface. So leaf surface of Sansevieria Evangeline is actually smooth, but the darker green coloration on it, which are these ones, the darker ones are kinda embossed. So if you try to feel them, you would feel that they are indented compared to the actual surface of the leaf. So that's why when you feel it, you'd feel it smoothly, but you'd feel bumps because of this pattern which it has. Also, the longitudinal lines, when you feel it horizontally, I was feeling the first one vertically, so vertically you'd feel the indentions of the embossed dark patterns, while if you feel it vertically or horizontally, you'd feel the darker longitudinal lines which is deeper than the actual leaf surface. So that's one of the characteristics of Sansevieria Evangeline, which is Pepito Mercado's hybrid. And actually, one distinctive characteristics of Evangeline, the same as what he has shown in the picture, is this longitudinal line, which is very thick on the middle part. You see them in here too. So these longitudinal lines actually have distinctive coloration. This one is not really as dark as the other longitudinal lines that you will see on Pepito Mercado's hybrid, namely his other hybrid Tata. The longitudinal lines coloration is very dark on Tata. So the one that I'm showing you right now, which is Evangeline, is not having a very dark, although it's dark green, but not as dark as the other Sansevieria hybrid which he has bred. Actually, there are color coding with regards to use of green, but I'm not sure what is this designated code for the kind of green that you would see on the longitudinal lines of Sansevieria hybrid Evangeline. So that is the front part of the leaf. Actually, this is the back part of the leaf. This is how it looks like. So the back part of the leaf, there are actually aphids on it, but I have sprayed them, so you can either just remove the aphids by rubbing your hands and squashing them, and or you can still spray alcohol or hydrogen peroxide, which is not very harmful when you're close breathing into the plant. So this is how the back part looks like. The back part of Sansevieria Evangeline is actually brownish in coloration, and if you feel it, still smooth, although like I mentioned, if you run through the darker patterns, you'd feel a little bump on them because they're like embossed. Also on the back part, you would see that there are also longitudinal lines on them. That is also one of the ways to distinguish Sansevieria Evangeline compared to the other Sansevieria of Pepito Mercado. So the coloration of Evangeline is actually stable green at the top leaf portion or the adaxial, and then at the back part of the leaf is actually the brownish part. So same here. I'm trying to flip, but they are very stiff, so therefore I cannot bend them over to show you, with the exception of the ones that are growing erect, which will be showing off the back part of the leaf. So that is one of the characteristics as well of Evangeline compared to the other Pepito Mercado hybrid. And aside from that, leaf tips, they're very kirkii-like, and in fact, looking at Sansevieria Evangeline, I would say that I think one of the parentage is still the Sansevieria kirkii cultivar, which is metallic silver, because the coloration of Evangeline is very metallic silver, in my opinion. So that is also one of the characteristics that I will be point out. So after which, next, before we go through the inflorescence, I'll try to take some measurements for, I think, the leaf that is longest on this clump. So this one would be at 20 inches. This one, the one that's erect, I'm not sure if the longest will be this one, because like I said, the other one next to this is the one that I will be showing, is the one that has already bloomed. So this one is actually 23 to 24 inches. That's from the tip of the Wilty leaf to the base. So we'll see later on when we measure the other specimen which has already bloomed. So leaf width, this one actually reaches to about 3 inches. That's where it ended up when I measured it. Alright, so aside from that, I have nothing to add, except for maybe while we're discussing this, before we move on to the actual plant which has bloomed, I can perhaps show you the picture of Sansevieria Evangeline that attorney Pepito Mercado posted himself. So aside from that, please stay tuned, as we will be discussing the other specimen which has bloomed right after this clip which I've shown you. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back in a bit. Alright folks, so this is the part of the content where we will be taking records or data with regards to the inflorescence or flower bloom of the Sansevieria hybrid, which is named as Evangeline, and this is a hybrid that was bred by Pepito Mercado in honor with or to his friend Evangeline Evangeline or Vanji, though it's more is into orchids rather than Sansevierias, but nonetheless this particular Sansevieria hybrid was named after her. So this is the third or fourth day of inflorescence. I was able to capture the second day of the flower blooming, caught in time lapse, wherein I was able to capture the actual opening of the flower tubes. So going back, this is how the inflorescence would look like, and the flower tubes are actually pinkish for the Sansevieria hybrid Evangeline. Pepito Mercado posted it when he was alive as Evangeline, not Vanji. So I'm not sure if there is a Vanji hybrid coming from him. All I know is that he posted a hybrid which is named as Evangeline when he was alive, and he has shown pictures of it. So now I was able to capture the actual transformation of the inflorescence from the budding stage up to the blooming stages, and as shown, I have collated all the pictures on the first part of this episode. This is the peduncle. In botanical terms, that's peduncle. That is the flower stalk. of the blooming plant, and we will be taking measurements of it. This is the actual flower tubes. Some of them are opened up, some of them are still closed and are still short, but in preparation for them to bloom, they will grow as long as the ones that have already opened up. So right now I'm going to clip the camera so we can take measurements with regards to the inflorescence or flower bloom of Sansevieria hybrid, which is named by attorney Pepito Mercado as Evangeline. So once again, it's not Vanji. He posted it as Evangeline. So if there are any other posts with regards to attorney Pepito Mercado saying it's Vanji, please let me know. But with regards to when he was live and what he has posted, then I'm following exactly what he posted, and it is Evangeline. So what we'll do now is we'll take records with regards to the actual height of the inflorescence, that's including the flower stalk and the flower tubes that have fully grown. So the inflorescence itself, the total height would be at 19 to 20 inches. The just the stalk itself would be at, I think it is at 12.5 inches, and the flower tubes, the ones that are about to bloom, would measure, I'm trying not to disturb the plant because it has been already pollinated, but the flower tubes would be around 6 inches in length. So those are the actual data that I was able to get from Evangeline. The specimen, perhaps I'll get another tool to measure it, and I'll have to put aside the ruler. There's a different specimen that I have included in this video before this, and that was another specimen of Evangeline which has not bloomed, but for discussion's sake I used that specimen before this to describe the plant. For this one though, I'm not going to relocate it or to move it for the sake of making a video, because the moment that I do that, it would render the inflorescence infertile. I have done this a couple of times already. The moment that I keep on repositioning the plant, it will affect the process of pollinating it, so it will not bear fruits. If you keep on moving it around, it needs to have its stable microenvironment for it to accept pollination, and for it not to adjust to the repositioning that we are doing each time we take pictures or video. So this specimen stays where it is, and what I'll just do is I'll just measure one of its leaves, and perhaps the widest leaves that I can get from it. I don't want to disturb it further, but I've ended up at 29 inches for the longest leaf. For the width of the specimen, the maximum width would be just around 2.8 inches. So that's it for this specimen, and we have taken measurements with regards to the inflorescence. Also we have highlighted the distinctive characteristics, especially the flower tube, which is pinkish in color. The topmost portion of the flower tube is greenish. The petals of the flowers are white. Then this is how the flower stalk or peduncle for Evangeline looks like. So the peduncle or the flower stalk has they have pattern of their own, and they are distinctive to the other Pepito Mercado hybrids. So that's why I'm focusing on that. If you have I think this is it. This is all that we can discuss. So if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below this content. And if you enjoyed watching, or you like what I have presented, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.